Good evening, everybody. I'll just wait to see who jumps on. Give it a couple of minutes. Hi, Sandra. Just wait for a few people to jump on. Give them a minute or two. Hi, Jack. I've had quite a bad day with pain, so I have today. My fibromyalgia has been flaring up really big time. I've run out of my tablets and I ordered them yesterday morning and they were to be in today and they didn't come in. So I had to ring and get an emergency prescription. So today hasn't been terribly wonderful, to be honest. Yeah, I've had an awful lot of pain today. So I have 3 parcels here that I promised to send out. And I just managed to get the envelopes for them today. So that's what I'm sitting here doing while I'm waiting for people to come on. Because I'll hopefully get them posted. I don't know, tomorrow maybe. It's hard. I hate promising people things and then hi Janine. I hate promising people things and then not getting them sent out. I always try my best. If I say to you that I'm going to send you something, I always try to get it out as quickly as possible. But hi Susie, just bear with me because, as I say, the fibromyalgia is kicking my ass at the minute. So I'm doing what I can when I can. Hi Maureen. Oh, there's my coffee. Thank you. Thank you. I'm doing something a wee bit different. I've got Samuel up with me here tonight. I'm just trying to find out who I have to post them to. I was saying to them, I promise people, send people things, and then the fibromyalgia has been so bad today. But it's been in bits since mine started really bad about I took Morgan to the hospital, so took her to the hospital at 10 o'clock this morning. Her appointment was at 11 and she'd asked me would I take her into Primark to get bits and pieces for her hospital bag, and I said that was okay. But by the time she came out from her appointment, I was in so much pain I had to come home. But it's just because I haven't had my the chemist here. Between the chemist and the doctors, they've been really messing me about on without my tablets. I go into a real flare up, and the last time it happened I spent the night sitting in A&E on a drip, and I really didn't want to be doing that tonight again. So we've been running about at the chemist all day trying to get something sorted, because they didn't have my proper prescription in. See, Zach's on watching. as well. But as I say, I get distracted. Samuel's here, and I'm going to do a bit of a Q&A with him. So if you've got any questions for him on what it's like to live with a medium and them sort of things, if there's anything you want to ask him, I'm going to bring him on with me and let him answer your questions. So if there's anything that you can think of that you want to ask, that he might be able to answer for you. If you throw up your questions, then we'll see what he has to say. Are you freaked out as her hobby is, Samuel? Come on to the screen.
Hey everyone. Hi. What's the question?
She wants to know, are you freaked out as her hobby is about it?
At first, yeah, I was kind of freaked out, but I was intrigued to hear what was to be said and how pretty much spot on she usually is. Which is kind of terrifying sometimes whenever you're trying to keep a secret from her or try to surprise her or something like this. So, it doesn't always work.
She usually finds out.
Yeah, usually, yes.
So she does. And he doesn't really like it at 11 o'clock at night when he's trying to sleep.
No, I do not, no.
He's got some relative coming through that he doesn't know, that either doesn't know or hasn't heard from in a long time. But I think because you've done the ghost hunts, but that sort of broke you in gently.
Yeah.
The ghost hunts, he started, hi Melissa, hi Emma, he started doing the ghost hunts. Hi Sky, hi Paul. And he was a real skeptic, and I mean a real skeptic. He didn't believe. Took him out in the ghost hunts, and I think that proved my point a bit, that actually there was something else out there, especially now that he's heard so much and seen so much. I think he's completely changed his... I'll let him answer that.
Well, yes, I was kind of, yeah, but there's a few things you can't really explain. I would look for a reason behind it. We hear something, or if something, or I'd go anywhere apart from believing there's a ghost, but you kind of get to the point where you can't, how can I say this? You can't make excuses. You can't really explain anything, and it does freak you out at times whenever you can't put an explanation on what happened or what was said. So,
Sandra wants to know, do you ever get scared?
not normally, no, but I've only been scared once on a ghost hunt. Was on Halloween night, which so many noises, which is unexplained. Too many coincidences with coming through. What was it? Paratech was bringing up things that you just will pretty much be running. The names are like Diablo coming out. Numbers were 6 coming through. It was just something. No, yeah. That was whenever I was.
That was the first night, I think. Yeah. I was. I had a night we went to Beaver Park that I was a wee bit scared, but I don't think it was as bad. That wasn't as bad as the night we went to Muckamore.
Yeah, because Muckamore was. That was probably the first night I was actually going to leave you there and run.
Yeah, Muckamore night, or Muckamore on Halloween night, and I don't know whether it was because it was Halloween night or not that made the difference, but yeah, that was the first time I've ever been truly scared. Yeah, he totally was a skeptic. in quite a bit of pain today, Sky, but I'll get through it. I'm okay. The scariest bit, believe it or not, is obviously, as if you have seen, you're technically breaking and entering. So the scariest bit for me is, and we found it at Beaver Park, was there was actually somebody living,
a homeless man's belongings.
somebody, there was a homeless person's belongings, and I'm always scared that you're going to come across, you don't, in some of the places, you're not in a particularly good place, you're Beaver Park, if I'm not mistaken, where we found the homeless man stuff, was actually down in like a basement.
Yeah.
And if somebody had been down in there, there was no quick way out, if you know what I mean. So you have to be a bit wary that way of coming across somebody. But
You don't drift off on your own.
yeah, well, Samuel likes to walk off on his own and leave me all the time, and I'm always telling him not to do that, but he has a terrible habit of wandering off, and you think he's beside you and you look around and he's gone. So he has. So I'm kind of getting used to that. Hi everyone. Got a good wee number on 14 of you. I can't believe how many people have actually joined the page. The last time I looked, I think we had 611 followers. So I had, I don't know where 611 came from. They're certainly not, unless they watch the lives afterwards or whatever. I don't know what they're. I would wander out the bloody door. Sandra says she would go out the door. Sandra, believe it or not, you really wouldn't. You become so intrigued in what's going on, and you're using the different devices to see what is going on. And especially if you're getting a response, it starts to become more interesting if you're getting a response back again.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, especially something that makes sense. So you start. Thanks so much, Emma. You are absolutely fantastic at sharing out among people. I really appreciate that. I've had an awful lot of your friends and family joining, so I really do appreciate that. So I do. What do you think of my new addition up here? You can see it. Don't lose them addresses or the things. Where's the jade bits? I do have the stuff. Yeah, my new robin. Yeah. I got him. When did I get my robin? Monday. I actually went, there's a man who makes, I keep telling anyone who listens about you, and even if they don't want to listen, I tell them. Thanks, Eileen. It's made out of like a heavy duty kind of plastic, Sandra. A man who lives down the road from me makes them, but well, he actually makes like the Tommy figure, the Tommy, the soldiers and poppies, and I had something ordered for Daddy for Father's Day, and I seen that, and I said to him, "Are you selling it?" And it was the only one he had, and he sort of looked at me and he says, "Well, if you want it," and I says, "Yes, I want it." You can't put it outside, but I would be scared in case somebody would take off with it, so I have perched him up there to watch over me, because as you know by now, robins are a big thing for me, so they are. I have a robin that comes and sits in my front garden all year round. I had a visitor this morning before Emma came back off the school run. Some loud knocking on the door opened it to Mr. Nobody again. Is it actually knocking on the outside, Paul, or is it not? I suppose you don't know because you're not. Do you think the knocking's coming from outside or inside? be very interested to know if that's actually coming from the inside. If it's coming from the inside, you might be able to try and find out who it is. It's more sound on the inside, yeah. I'm picking up my pen in case because I'm being told that it's coming from the inside. It's someone knocking on the inside. It's not out. It's not. You don't need to knock. You don't need to open the door because it's not coming from outside. Paul, it's in the inside. Hi, Julie. Who's knocking the door for Paul? Can you bring me somebody? I feel like it's a man, Paul. This man's trying to get your attention. I wasn't intending to do this tonight, by the way. I was going to come on and have a chit chat with Samuel, but he's just lying there relaxing at the minute. So this man, anyway, is putting himself forward, Paul. This man's telling me, Paul, that you've had a very dark few days. I turned all the upstairs lights off and replaced hot water tap off. Went back on after dropping the kids off, and the landing light was on and the hot water tap was running. This man's telling me that you've had a dark few days, and I don't mean as in, I mean it's like proper head not in the right place. This man's presenting himself, I'm going to say grandfather, because I think he would be too old to be your father unless your father is quite elderly. This man, unless your father was quite was whenever he passed over, if he's still here, then it is your grandfather. But this man would be on the age level, I would say, as grandfather. He's the kind of man who always liked to be dressed as well. And what I mean by that there, he would have wore like, he would always have had on like trousers and a shirt and maybe like a jumper or a cardigan or something. But that was his normal everyday wear. He would always have had like a shirt on. So there's a number box in my room. You go distort it. He now been told to get out. You'll have to get him to like the page, and then I'll see if I can read for him, Mylene, and we'll soon turn him into a believer. So we will. Paul, does any of that make sense to you, honey? Yes, very true. Is this grandfather I'm connected with, Paul? Is this grandfather, Paul? Yeah, your dad's dad. Yeah, what he's also, I don't know if this is your garden. It must be your garden because it's obviously not his. But he's wanting me to go out, and it's not flowers. He's shaking his head. He's saying weeds. So I don't know whether your garden, you're growing weeds instead of flowers, is what he's telling me. And to get that head sorted, get out and get all those weeds sorted is basically what he's telling me. So I don't know if that makes sense to you, Paul. He would have been a very practical man like that. He wouldn't have talked about his feelings and things. So his way of sorting out a problem is get out and do something. So it's quite persistent that you've got weeds in your garden. It's having a revamp at the moment. Yes, very messy and low. Yeah, he's telling me there's weeds everywhere. He says tell him to get up and get out and get all them weeds sorted. And that'll soon lift his head, is what he's saying. If Helena's on, Maureen, can you get her to like the page, because I can't see her, so I couldn't give her a reading or anything unless she likes the page, because I can't see any comments. Yeah, Paul, what he's telling you is whenever you get those dark days or those days where you're not feeling at yourself, if the weather's allowing, get out and he's telling you to pull the weeds, but just get out and do something outside, because he feels like that would really lift your mood and help you. He feels like you being inside all the time is not good for you. Yeah, it's just I can't see her. Unless you like the page, I can't see any comments coming up. So it just means then if I connected, she's missing out on a read. So she is, because I can't see any comments. And I would hate that if I've got a message for somebody and they're sitting watching, but I can't give it to them because I can't see them. He's also showing me, Paul, hi Colette, he's also showing me a watch, Paul, but I want to go the time of 11 o'clock. Does that make any sense to you? That doesn't even look like a watch, but he's making me get my can't draw, but he's making me draw the face of a watch with 11 o'clock. And he's specifically saying 11 o'clock. So does that mean anything to you? Colette, I can see you, honey. I'll try and do it. When my dad lived in the trailer next to his, we always went out walking. Yeah, he's saying to you to get outside. You're in the house too much, and that is really not good for your mental health. He passed away at 11 o'clock. Get out of here. Did he really? I've shocked myself now. Did he really die at 11 o'clock? Or are you just humouring me? Did he die at 11 o'clock? If he died at 11 o'clock, I'm going to be really, really impressed with myself. I'll have a dark chocolate bar to celebrate. Yes, on that morning in Dad's arm. Oh my God, he died at 11 o'clock. Right, give me I'm having the twirl to celebrate. That's, wow, that's taken me even by surprise. I'm usually, wow, yeah, he's shown me the watch with 11 o'clock on it. That's just to let you know that that's definitely him that's with me. So the knocking that you're hearing is your granddad, so don't be scared of it, or if he's turning lights on, or thanks Sandra. Did he really love his chocolate? Because the minute you said that he died at 11 o'clock, I was like, I need the bar of chocolate. And they're sitting on the bed, and I normally wouldn't, as you know, I don't usually eat, well, I've done it on an odd occasion. I'll drink my coffee, but I don't eat on here. But my first thing was to grab the bar of chocolate. So there you go. That's for him to just to prove to you that he's with you. So don't be scared of the knocks or whatever. I wouldn't even bother getting up to answer the door, to be honest, if you hear it again, because it's just him letting you know that he's there. But he definitely is telling you to please get outside for your own well-being. He said it cures all pains and makes people happy and better. He's not far wrong there. Nothing beats a good bar chocolate. So it doesn't. I've given up on the diets and stuff. It just makes me too unhappy. I seem to spend all my time focusing on the food, so I've just yeah, that's him that's doing it, Emma. You can ask him politely to stop, because I know the light switch and that's costing you money now with the electric, but it's just his way of showing you that he's about, especially at the minute. I feel like he's around Paul quite a bit at the minute because of how Paul's feeling. He's just trying to give him that wee boost back up again. So he is. He's also given me, Paul, not sure what this is. Okay, well, I will be having words with him. Yeah, I'd be having words with him about the electric. I'd be like, get it turned off now, costing money. If you're wanting to show your hair, do it some other way rather than switching my electric on and off. Paul, he's given me all I can describe it as is like a blue sheet. It's material, but it's blue, and all I can see is like a sheet. Does that mean anything to you? I don't know how else to. I have to start charging him rent if he's going to use the electric. Jesus, if I was able to charge all the spirits that come through in here rent, I'd be a flipping millionaire. The people that do things in this house. The weirdest was the other night. Friday night, I was having a really ask him to do housework for you instead. Yeah, that would be great. Friday night in here was the worst it has been, with stuff moving up on the shelf in here on Friday night whenever we were all talking. Paul, does the blue sheet mean anything? Because he's shown me this. It's some sort of material and it's blue and it looks like it. Oh, wise up, Paul, really? I'm impressing myself tonight, so the blue sheet, yeah, it was this blanket he passed with. Wow, yeah, okay, that's just another way of him letting you know that he's with you. You better be telling me the truth, because I don't want anybody, if they can't take what I'm saying, I'd rather you just say, I can't take it. But if he's come through and give me the exact time he died and that he had his blue blanket and all with him, like, that is incredible. Especially the time. I'm impressed with that. But the blue blanket is another one. So just know, Paul, that he's round you and he's cheering you on, and he's trying to lift you up on your bad days, so he is. He really is. He's wanting to get you back onto your feet properly again and get you into a headspace that's good, and because you have a really loving family. Like, I've come to know you ask anyone, I never lie, bless him. I've come to know your family. Yeah, get Sky to speak to him. I've come to know your family from being on here, and I know you've got a really supportive family around you. You know, so you've got all the tools to get yourself back to the person who you were. And as I tell you all the time, and you know anyway, because you inbox me and we chat and whatever, If you ever want to talk and it goes no further, like whatever's said to me, I don't repeat it. I'm quite happy to have a chat at any time with any of you, and it doesn't go any further. So, being serious, do you ever get scared? Not with them speaking to me, Sandra. I don't get scared them talking to me. I don't like them touching me. Them touching me really freaks me out. Especially when we're on the ghost hunts, because if you've watched any of them on the page, I'll always ask them to touch somebody else rather than me, because that I go in literally at night when we do the hunts at night. Even during the summer, I'll have my hat on and my hood up and all kinds so that they can't touch me. I've got used to them moving stuff about, I have to say. That doesn't really bother me. The moving stuff doesn't touch me. It just confuses me sometimes because I'm not sure which one it is that's moving the stuff. No, I don't like the ghosts touching me. No, it's a funny feeling. It's not like a human touch, if you know what I mean. It's not like the way that yeah, it gives me the heebie-jeebies. So it does. It's not like a human touch. It's funny. It's hard to explain. It's like a very cold, like ice. It's just like a weird feeling. I can't even explain it. Yeah, I absolutely hate that. It gives me the, yep, you're right, heebie-jeebies. Can't be having them touching me. And how that all started was I was doing an investigation with another ghost hunting team in a graveyard, and one of the girls jokingly said, if there's anybody here, touch Audrey, knowing that I was scared of people touching me. And I actually have photographs to prove it. Just as she said it, I felt this stinging on the back of my neck. I said to her, I actually cursed at her. I said, something has touched me, and I said, it's really stinging like mad. And she came over with her torch, and I had 3 big scratches down my neck. I says, don't dare ever tell anything to touch me ever again, because that scared me then. But sometimes when I'm doing readings, I did a reading not that long ago for somebody who I could feel, yeah, I've got a picture, if I can find the picture, I'll post it up and let you see. I was doing a reading for somebody who had been holding the hand of their loved one whenever they passed over. And I could actually feel like the touch in my hand, and that wasn't scary. That just felt like somebody touching my hand. But there's sometimes it's really like icy cold, and they're persistent. They like poke you nearly, so they do. On here somewhere, yeah. I hate it when they touch me. And they do it to get your attention sometimes. If I'm talking and they want to bring somebody through and you're not somebody's just paid £9 into my account. I don't know what that was for. Came up there. What's the odds of actually getting pulled out of bed by a spirit? I would doubt that very much. I would have to witness that. I would have to witness that for myself, to be honest, to believe that. Being actually pulled out of bed. They can sit down on the bed. They can like shift the covers. Or they can't touch you. I would have to physically see somebody being pulled out of the bed to believe that, to be honest. A lot of the hype, I think, is TV, to be quite honest, because spirit generally aren't. I had one sit on my bed. Yeah, my uncle came to visit me, and no medium could ever bring him through. And I had just started doing this, and I kept saying to him, why do you not come through? What's wrong that you don't come through? I think I told you this story before, and I went to bed one night anyway, and get back into bed, and he was in the bed sleeping, and sat and had a conversation with him and everything. But as for the pulling you out of bed, I don't think so. TV hypes things up so that you watch it. A lot of it is reproduced, and they reshoot it to make it look as if things have happened, and I just wouldn't be believing it unless I seen it myself, to be honest. They talk about poltergeists and things like that there, and I'm not convinced on, I do like I suppose what you would call, what I do is like a white light worker. I don't deal with anything that's negative, or nor I won't deal with anything that's negative. If something negative come through, I'd be totally shutting it down. I've had it like on my chest, and I woke up gasping, breathe, and it was waking up, and she's oh, you've probably been dreaming, Paul, I would imagine. You can have, like, spirit can visit you in dreams. And that is very much spirit coming through, so it is. So if you see them in your dreams, that's not just a dream, you've totally seen them. Because that is one of their main ways, because if you're not sensitive enough to be able to talk to them or communicate with them, they will come to you in their dreams, in your dream. And sometimes it's their way of making you sit up and notice. Last night I thought I was asleep, and then woke up, but I wasn't awake, and then I got up, and then I saw a lot of people walking around, and I've heard that before, Sky, as well. I have sworn I've been lying in my bed and have thought I wasn't asleep, like I was lying, probably drifting off to sleep, and then I could hear full-on conversations, and I'm thinking to myself, because the kids at that time should have been in bed and sleeping, and headache's gone, but I have the pain from the fibro, and it's at the minute not too bad. It's still there, but Sky, that's just going to, I don't want to use the word get worse, because it's not a bad thing, but as you progress in your journey of mediumship, you will start burning, you will start to hear more people. So more people will start talking to you. And you see, now that bar chocolate is, I don't even want that. Do you want that bar chocolate? I don't even know, just in that minute, the bar of chocolate was something that I was attracted to. There should be another wee jade thing. Did you find it now?
Yes. Up there.
2 things.
No.
Should be like a wee worry stone.
There, I think I was down.
Sorry, as long as it's not disappeared. Because that's promised to somebody. Can I have some cards? Melissa, have you done Ouija board? If so, what's your thoughts? Yes, I have done the Ouija board. And what I want to say about the Ouija board is, unless you know how to open it up properly and close it down properly, do not use it. It is not a game. It is totally not a game. No, totally don't use the Ouija board. Is what I... In fact, the Ouija board's put away. I don't think we ever had the Ouija board out again. You're opening yourself up to too much negativity, I think. That's just you starting your abilities, Sky. That'll become clearer as time goes on. That was what put me off doing it at the very start, was that random people everywhere were coming through. And I couldn't switch it off. You need to learn how to switch it off and on. And that is something through mentorship that you'll learn how to open the door and close the door on spirit, because you have to give them a bit of a boundary as to when is your own time. Sometimes I can smell things. I can smell perfumes sometimes. It's up to everybody has their own beliefs, Bernie. For me, I have seen the Ouija board being used, and I've seen it being mistreated, and for me it's just something that I think should be left alone, because if you don't know what you're dealing with, you shouldn't play games with it. So you shouldn't That's interesting. Do you know who your spirit guide is, Sky? Black magic. Do we believe in black magic?
Yeah.
Samuel says he believes in black magic. Why do you believe in it?
Why do I believe in it? It's the same as it's been around the same time as long as Christ and us, so there has to be some sort of
Do you think it's connected to like the devil or what?
No, I don't like. It's like in both forms can be used for as devil and black magic or right now. So
Okay.
it depends if you can. There's a good and bad in every sort of.
Sorry, Melissa. Samuel, come in and introduce yourself. Samuel is my partner. He comes out on the ghost hunts with me, and you'll see him about. This is Samuel.
Hi.
He makes me coffee and all kinds there. I'm sorry, I just assumed everybody knew because we talk back and forward. Yes, no, Samuel was saying he does believe in black magic.
I think good and black magic is the same. I think there's good and bad. It all depends on what you want to use it for. And I believe there's good and bad, and no matter what kind of magic it is, if it's white,
you think
dark.
my boys are his double? He's not the daddy to my boys. He's too young. I've got myself a toy boy.
Just a couple of years younger.
He's not old enough to be daddy to my boys, so he's not.
Really, no.
You know, you're not.
No, 23. I kind of would be. Though.
Jordan's 24.
Yeah, I'm 42, so 18.
Yeah, well,
there you go.
Just about. Yeah, no, he's not my boy's dad. He's not my kid's dad. So he's not. But he is fantastic. He really has stood by me through this whole journey. He's sort of seen me start off with it, dabble in it,
got better as you
and
progressed.
he's watched me get better as it has went on, and he sees how I surprise myself with things now. How good it's getting. They thought you were about 28 to 30. There you go.
I love you all.
This went bad when I had read the Devil's Bible and used to be in, but I used to when I met Emma. Yeah, Paul, it's really not something, as I say, I got it for doing the ghost hunts, thinking, oh, this would be cool to do when we're out in the ghost hunts. We done it once and I smacked my head hard off a stone.
Where was it?
The wall at the
At
the Abbey thing, you remember?
Was it Ballycastle, was it?
No, you know, where you walk down into the ruins, and then we went, remember the walk round one day?
Yes.
I ended up smacking my head hard off the stone wall.
And the first time you fell? Or?
And I fell there, but that time of the Ouija board was the night that I smacked my head really hard. I'm lucky I didn't end up in the hospital, to be honest, because the crack that I hit my head off the stone wall was serious. And I won't use it again ever since. It's in the cupboard. Yes, Kai, you can. William, only you'll be able to know who your spirit guide is, because they'll make themselves known to you. And as I've told everybody on here before, everybody has the ability to do what I do. It's just about opening yourself up to it. And making yourself become sensitive to them, and your spirit guide makes themselves known to you. At the start I was doing it, and I didn't have a close enough connection until the spirit guide actually came through stronger and stronger, and I was able then to know who the spirit guide was. But nobody but yourself will know who your spirit guide is. There's somebody asked me for a reading there. Card. Who asked me for cards? Because it was, when you get headaches from ghosts when it gets worse, what does that mean? It just means they're trying to talk to you and you're not getting their message, Sky. If that happens to me, I would sit down with my notebook and pen, and even you're just drawing lines or whatever. Was it Melissa? Okay, Melissa. Even you're only drawing lines or squiggles, until words start to form. That's why I always sit with a notepad and a piece of paper, and I end up with like words that wouldn't mean anything to anybody else except for the person that you're doing doing the reading for. Like I was drawing a clock there with the time 11 on. I can't believe that. Still, that's blowing me away. And the blue sheet, I've literally drawn a sheet and wrote blue sheet in the middle of it. Yeah, that's why. It's because they're trying to connect with you and you're not getting the connection. So that's why I say sit down with your piece, even your drawing, even if it's drawing. Some people prefer drawing. I would just sit and with a pen and doodle, and then words come out, and that's how it works that way for me. So it is. I'm going to pull some cards for Melissa because I felt drawn to pulling cards for her there whenever she asked for it. It might just be cards tonight, Melissa. I don't know. Spirit isn't jumping at me at the minute or anything, so I'll pull some cards and we'll see what comes out. I really felt my nan around me a lot more as in talking about her, because it's very sensitive show when I mentioned her. Talk to her, William, is my advice there. You know, if she is your spirit guide, she'll eventually you'll hear her talking back. So it is. Sky Pet, I can't pull cards for you on this live. Cards are, when you're doing the cards, you're working psychic. You'll hear. Oh, Anne, yeah, totally. I'm doing Melissa cards and then I'll do Anne after. 100% Anne. I'll just finish work with Melissa's cards. What the cards are for, Eileen, is if somebody is working with cards, they're working as a psychic. The mediumship only comes in if they're connecting with spirit. So when somebody's reading your cards, they should say to you, I am reading your cards psychically. And if spirit comes in, I will put the cards to the side and I will work with spirit. If they claim to be doing mediumship and they're working with cards, that's not mediumship. They have to specifically tell you once the psychic bit starts and the mediumship part starts. That's why whenever you'll hear me saying, right, I'm going to put the cards to the side now because I've got somebody coming through. But the cards are the psychic bit. So if somebody has up that they're a psychic medium, it means they can do psychic work and mediumship as well. Or if somebody just has up they're a psychic, they can't speak to spirit then. There's a whole lot of different ways of doing it, but be very careful. And I'm saying this from the bottom of my heart. You all know, like, I'm genuine on, or I hope you know that I'm genuine on here. There are a lot of people who will try to scam you out of a lot of money. They will charge you an arm and a leg and give you very little time as well. I don't believe in this timing a reading. I don't understand how somebody can time a reading, because you can't. If you bring a spirit through, after 15 minutes, you can't just turn around and say to them, right, your time's up, you have to go. You know, if I bring a spirit through, I don't leave that reading until the spirit has finished talking. So be very, very careful who you're giving your money to, is my advice to you. Because there are a lot of scams and con artists out there. Right, we're going to read for Melissa. And as I've said to you before, you knock the old energy out and you blow the new energy in. And I'm not inviting you on the screen, honey, because I'm just about to do a reading for Melissa. So I am. These are new cards, Melissa, so if nothing comes... Oh, nice that. I'm not reading... These are new cards, so I was gonna... Oh no, I'm not. They've just thrown half the deck at me. Let's go see. Yeah, I'm so thankful for the regulars that come on and listen to me talk a lot of... So true that you're first and only who has said lots of details and facts. Well, there's no point in sugarcoating it. Like, if I was looking for a reading, I would want somebody to be upfront and honest with me. And I have had plenty of readings where I've come away and I thought I've just wasted 30 quid. I could have spent on something else, because they've given me a lot of nonsense and waffled around a lot of stuff. These cards aren't for you, Melissa. I'll change them, darling, because they're just throwing half the pack at me. So they are. The amount of money that I have wasted on people giving me reads that are just doing it literally for the money. It's ridiculous. But anyway, each to their own. They're all, you know, you follow who you think is no one ever comes through, Eileen. If I give you a reading, Eileen, if I ever given you a reading, right, okay. This is for Melissa. Okay, Melissa. I feel as if there's just some sort of secret going on around you at the minute. You joined the night, it was weird. Okay, I'll put you down after Anne then, Eileen, if I can. I wasn't really intending to do reading tonight because I've been in so much pain. So what I'll do is I'll do this card reading and then I'll do yous too, and we'll see what happens after that. Because I don't like, you wouldn't put that big light on. Yeah. I don't like reading properly if I'm in bad form, because it doesn't come through properly. Right, Melissa, I need you to start. Yeah, there's telling me there's secrets going on around you at the minute. It has to do with a meal. Yeah, I know, Sandra. I don't want to overdo it tonight because I have been in serious amount of pain today. This secret has to do with a meal. Never say never. I thought the same until I found them using already. Can Melissa keep talking to me here? The secret is to do with a meal, and I feel that for want of putting it a better, I can't think of a better way to put it, is he's a bit of a slimy character, if that makes sense. He's sitting there expecting people to wait on him hand and foot. And there's one female in particular who's playing to that. There's one female in particular who's playing to that, Melissa. She's feeding in, she's enabling him. Oh, you're enabling him. Okay. You're the enabler then. You're enabling him to be the way he is. And this person is not good in any way. He's asking you to keep things from family members and not to tell things, and there's real badness coming out here. I want to say I can feel like a real bad energy off this man. Is Melissa still there? I want to say that also, yeah, there's a really bad energy off him, and you're working away behind the scenes, and you know, nothing will turn. You know the way the story of, I don't know, one of the fairy tales where they're making the yarn into gold. Your yarn's never going to become gold with him around. It's just pure poison is what I'm saying. This man is literally feeding you poison, and you're in it. You are standing. Hi Dan. You are standing, enabling this man to do this to you. All I can say to you, Melissa, is it needs to stop. It needs to stop, honey. No, it needs to stop. This man is literally the card. I don't even want to show you the cards because they would scare you. The cards that have come out here. He is literally like the belly of a snake across the ground. Pure poison is what I'm being shown. But I'm showing you still waiting on him hand and foot. You know, you're coming in as the good person, but you're still, you know, he's sitting. So, yeah, totally. He's sitting lapping this all up because you're attending his, and you're believing all his lies, and he's keeping secrets from you, and he doesn't want you to interact with anybody else. He's trying to keep you to himself and keep you under his thumb, and he's just slimy, and no, he's no good. Yeah, exactly, Sandra. Get rid is what it. And I never would interfere in anybody's relationship because it's up to you. It's all I can ever give you is guidance. I can't tell you what to do with your life. But in this case, what these cards are showing me, I genuinely would be saying get rid. Get this man out of your life. This is no way to live. If what these cards are showing me is how you're living, you've got no life. Any life that you any life that you want or have or is of no quality at the minute whatsoever because of this man. He's pure poison. I'm sorry that I'm putting that like that to you, Melissa. I hope it makes sense to you what I'm saying. Yeah, I hope it makes sense to you in one way, and in another way I'm really sad that it makes sense to you because I've lived in relationships like that and it's not good, it's toxic, and it's really horrible, and it is even harder to get out of. You have to find really, really dig deep strength to get out of that. But I'm telling you, Melissa, get yourself out of that, darling. That man is no good. He's rotten to the core. That's what I'm seeing here in these cards, and this is just psychic because spirit hasn't come in for you, so that it hasn't at this minute in time. But these cards are like, they're not good cards. Yeah, she's worth so much more. Like Melissa is one of my regulars who checks on me every day. Melissa has a pure heart of gold. She makes sure that she actually takes the time to check in that I'm doing all right every day. The thought that somebody's treating her like this makes me physically ill. I don't like it at all. It doesn't sit well with me. So please, Melissa, if you ever need to talk about this here, PM me and we'll talk it through. But don't live like that, is all I'm saying. Do not live like that. It's no way to live. I don't even want to say I hope that was okay for you because I don't like messages like that, but at the same time I think it's something that you totally needed to hear, Melissa. It's very difficult. I've been there, got the t-shirt. It is very difficult, but you have to, until you're ready to do it yourself, nobody else can tell you to. It has to come from you. Totally. There's so many people on this page, Melissa, who would help you in a heartbeat. If there's anything you can do, they can do for you at all you have to say. But do not put up with that kind of treatment from anybody. Anne, are you with me, darling? Anne Donahue. Can you say hello, Anne, just so I can... Oh, nearly knocked that over. I'm still blown away by that flipping 11 o'clock. Okay, how I'm going to start with you first, Anne, is I'm going to start with the cards and then hopefully Spirit will come in. But as I say, with me not being well today, Spirit sometimes won't, because it takes a lot out of me, so they sometimes won't come through. So we're going to start with the cards. Is there anything for Anne? I've gone back to the lighter cards again because I felt like that was quite a heavy message there for Melissa. God bless her. Oh, they're flying out there, so they are. Somebody's definitely got something to say to you. Oh, goodness. There's two more. See what they've got to say for Anne. Goodness sake, Anne, they've got loads to say to you. And I want to ask, have you suffered... Hi, Susie. Have you suffered a bereavement quite recently? I don't want you to tell me who it is. I just want... What the cards show me is that there's been a bereavement quite recently. So I'm starting with the cards, so if that person comes through, I don't want you to have told me who it is. Yeah, okay. The cards have shown me that there's somebody has passed quite recently. And it has made you feel as if you've completely lost balance in your life. It is really throwing you for a loop, so it has. You're finding it hard to cope at the minute. Does that make sense, Anne? Yeah. It's also showing me that there has been a bit of how do you say this? People in the family have shown their true colours. So they have. People who you thought were something have shown a different side since this death. And I want to, I'm taking around like possessions and things. There's been a bit of backstabbing, if you want, going on over possessions. Does that make sense, Sam? Could somebody hit a thumbs up or something, because so I know that it's not really. It's showing me here. If this hasn't happened, it could be to come. But it's showing me that there's a lady in particular who has been doing a lot of talking behind backs about something that's going on, and it's to do with a particular possession. So I don't know if somebody was given something that she thought she should have had, or yeah, they're definitely telling me that it's to do with a lady in particular. Can you make any sense of that, Anne? Is Anne still there? I can't think who. That's okay. We'll put it to one side at the minute, and hopefully maybe Spirit will come in and make that a bit more obvious to us of what is. I'm not very good with names, so naming them is, unless I get a name completely given to me, I won't even take a stab at names. But what they're showing me is there's a possession in particular. They're not telling me what it is. There's some particular possession that this lady thinks that she should have got and she didn't get it. And she is doing mighty talking behind backs, and I don't even think she's like family. I don't get the feeling that she's actually family either. I think this could be somebody who could either have been a friend of the person that passed over, or an acquaintance, and they have just decided that, you know, oh, I was promised that, or I should have been given that. And obviously, because they're not a family member, they maybe haven't been around whenever possession. I don't even know if possessions have been given out or whether they're still where they should be, but there is this lady who is talking mighty behind back here, is what I'm being shown. I'm also being shown that you know, take the moral high ground where this is concerned. When it comes to light, don't stoop to their level, is what I'm being shown. You know, you keep the moral high ground. You haven't done anything wrong. I've thrown the cards to the side here on at the minute. They didn't have much, so I haven't given away anything. Okay, so you haven't physically given anything away, so you've still got it. But there's somebody out there who feels that they were entitled to something. Now, I want to go into... I feel like I'm on a bungalow or a one-level flat or something like that there. They're taking me in through the front door and into a room on the left-hand side. And in the room on the left-hand side is where this possession would be, I feel. Or have been. I'm trying to ask them to give me more on the... Samuel's lying there nearly sleeping. I'm trying to ask them to give me more. Does it make sense if does this flat or apartment make sense, or bungalow or whatever this is? And I'm going in through the front door. I'm drawing it here so I know I'm going into the front door in the bathroom. Okay, I don't care what room it is, but I'm saying whatever room it is, there has been something in that room that was kept in that room that this person in particular feels they were entitled to. I don't know what it would have been in the bathroom, but they're constantly saying that it was promised them and they didn't get it, and they're tugging all roads and directions. And for some people it can be as little as a pen that they would fight over. You know what I mean? Some people are terrible. Is this person that's crossed over and connected to mum? Because I've just heard mum. Is this person Anne? You have to keep talking to me, Anne, because if you don't understand mum. Is this person who's passed over in some way connected to your mum? Who was the other person that asked me for a reading? Eileen, is any of this making sense for you? Just hang on a minute, Anne. Yeah, I'm just about to say that. The other person that asked me for a reading was an Eileen. Eileen, does any of this make sense for you? Or is there anybody that can take any of this? I was going to say, I've had medication tonight and I wasn't going to do readings tonight, so my voice has changed. Yeah, it sometimes happens if you're taking on this person. There is an issue with someone. Right, okay, sorry. Anne, I'm going to have to put you down the queue again because Eileen, it looks like Eileen's, there's an issue with someone and my mum. It looks like Eileen's person has pushed in ahead of you. I apologise for that. But as I say, I've had quite a lot of heavy medication today for the fibromyalgia. Right, Eileen, we'll start again. There's a lady. Yeah, I'll come back to you, Anne, I promise. There is a lady who is tugging, shit stirring everything up. Oh, you don't need to say sorry. It's me. Was there a problem with your mum's throat, Eileen? Because I feel like I've gone hoarse or gone... Yeah, I feel like I've gone like hoarse and round here sore. But so if we go into your mum's house, okay, take me into your mum. I'm taking you into your mum's house now, or wherever she was living. And if we go in through the front door and into the room, she'd see. Yeah, she's making me feel like really, yeah, it could be fiber fog. No, it's just, it's if I've been. If there's any new members who haven't, Marion, if you haven't liked the page, can you like the page? And then that way, if you comment, I'm able to see, because I can't give you a reading if anybody comes through for you if you don't like the page. Front door straight into a living room, turn to bed. Right, I want to go in the front door and I want to turn left. So what room am I in if I go into the left? Hi, Anne. It's a living room. Okay, so this possession, whatever this is, and I don't feel it's worth a lot of money either, but whoever this person is, and I don't feel like they're family, whoever this person is kicking up a real stink over this, whatever it is, be an ornament, or I'm really drawn to an ornament actually, so I might stick with ornament, but it's something along that line. And they're like, that was promised to me and I didn't get it, and they're going on silliness over nothing, but like they're really shit stirring trouble over it. But I feel like it's somebody who you wouldn't have thought would have been like that, so they're really showing their true colours at the minute. Does that make sense to you, Eileen? God love her, she must have struggled in the end too. Her breathing is really, really bad. Her throat is really, really constricted at the end. Your niece, yeah. Yeah, I feel like she's showing her true colours now. She's completely showing herself for somebody that nobody would have thought she would have been. And to be honest, it's all your mum saying it's all silliness. It's all over. Like, what's it over? She's saying she wasn't a rich woman, is what she's telling me. She said, you know, she took pride in what she had, but she's saying she wasn't a rich woman. So why are they fighting over silly things? She says, you know, this person is really showing their true colours. No, she's saying that. She says, I wasn't a rich woman, but, you know, I took pride in what I had. I maybe didn't have the best of everything, but what I did have, I worked hard for. You know, I feel as she got sicker and sicker, she felt like she was starting to become a burden on people as well. She didn't like that. She's making it really hard for me to breathe. She's literally like cutting my windpipe here. Yeah. Yeah, I've got my drink here. Even though it's freezing cold, but I feel like our death at the end as well wasn't the most pleasant experience. Is Eileen still with me? No, she's telling me that the end was quite hard. It was quite hard for people to watch as well, because she really, God love her, was struggling at the end. Again, she's telling me, you know, I wasn't a rich woman, but, you know, I took pride in myself, and she said, I tried my best with my family, you know. I tried to make sure my family wanted for, you know, nothing, even though growing up, she says, we didn't have an awful lot. She says, I always tried to make sure I would have done. Yeah, your mum's fine now. She's just putting on me what she was like whenever she was earthbound, but she's totally fine now that she's in spirit. She's absolutely fine. But she wants it known, you know, that she would have done without to make sure that she would have done without to make sure that you's got what you's needed. And she just wants you to know that she's very proud of you. She's telling me, Eileen, I hope you can take this on, because I'm not just too sure what she's talking about here, but she's telling me to tell you, and I'm going to give you the exact words, and then hopefully you'll be able to interpret this. She's telling me to believe in yourself. To believe in yourself. The hurdle you're facing, you can get over it. But don't get caught up in the drama. Whatever this drama is with your niece, she says, don't get caught up in that. She says you're better than that. Oh no, it's Zach. Did you see the door moving? They're all thinking spirit. No, Zach's in.
No, I just you know.
He's not dressed, so I'm not. Zach, you've got no clothes on. You can't.
Well, it's only my head, actually.
I hope you can understand that, Eileen. She wants you to believe in yourself. The hurdle that you're. Does that make sense? The hurdle. Samuel's lying on the bed. It wasn't Samuel. It was Zach.
Sorry,
Sandra. Susie says hi.
Hello.
Does that wee bit make sense to you, Eileen? Where she's saying to you, believe in yourself. You can go over this hurdle, and don't pull yourself down to that level. She says, don't get involved in the stuff with your niece. You're better than that. She says, don't get involved in it. Hi, Janine. Does that make sense to you, Eileen? Can you take that last wee bit, because she's making me underline it and draw boxes around it and all kinds to make sure that it gets across to you. So I just want, you're giving Sandra a heart attack. I just want to make sure that bit makes sense to you.
I didn't think it was that scary.
The door moved. That was what was wrong.
Oh, that's the door moved recently, because it's still sitting up a wee bit.
Eileen, are you still there, honey? Can you take that last bit for me, because she's not going away until you acknowledge that last bit. Oh, her phone died. But she says she does. That's fine. As long as she can take that last bit, then I will leave her mum's love with her. Oh, Eileen is your mum. Okay. As long as she can take that last bit, I leave her mum's love with her. And as usual, she's sending a red rose for the sign of love. So she wants you to know that she loves you and that she's with you. But again, that last bit is the most important bit, Georgina. If you can make sure that that last bit is, you know, believe in herself, whatever hurdles out there, she can overcome it. And please stay out of the nonsense with the niece. No problem, Georgina. It was a pleasure. A hurdle as in there's something in her way of what it is she's wanting to do. She's lacking faith in her ability to do something, and she keeps putting like hurdles in front of herself as if to say, well, I can't do it because of this, or this is stopping me do it. She's to stop that. She can, she's to totally believe in herself and get out there and, do whatever it is that she's wanting to do. But don't let this nonsense that's going on in the background stand in her way. Totally. And I'll leave her love with you there. I'm sorry, Anne, that went like that. Donna, I'm sorry that went like that. But as I say, today I have Lens says hi. Who's Lens? If there's new people on watching, or if you're watching, can you like the page? Because there's sometimes I'll get messages through, and unless I can see your name and who I'm talking to, I can't give you the message, because you have to have liked the page for messages to come through. I can only see Lena. Yeah, well, unless Lena actually goes in. No problem, Anne. And what I'm going to do, Zach is in here, and these ones all here know that Zach is absolutely fantastic with
Do you want me to go put a top on it?
Yeah, go and put a top on quickly. Zach is really fantastic with the dowsing rods. So what I'm going to do, Anne, if you're okay with it, I'm going to get Zach to do... I'm going to get Zach to do the dowsing rods for, because I feel really bad that I wasn't able to bring, that Anne's reading didn't go right there. So he's really good at it. What I need you to do, Anne, is ask questions that can either be given a yes or no answer to. So the first question we'll ask is there anybody here for you? And then you ask questions and we'll try and work out who it is then that's here for you. So if you can start off thinking of your questions. Yeah, totally. I've actually got a strong painkiller to take going to bed tonight, and I'm hoping and hopes that tomorrow... Oh, Zach's my farmer. I have four children. 3 are real townies, and Zach's the farmer out of them all. 3 are really polite, and Zach's really country.
I'm just rash.
So Zach can communicate with spirit as well, but he finds it easiest to do through the dowsing rods. Yeah, I hope we get a good sleep too, Sandra. These painkillers, I've only got the one for tonight.
I hope I get a good sleep tonight too. I'll wake up in the morning.
Oh, he's for Balmoral with the school. He's going overnight to stay in Belfast tomorrow night, so he's for Balmoral show tomorrow, which is a big
agricultural show.
We all love Zach. Yeah, it's his accent they love. Right, back to Anne. Anne, you need to start asking yes or no questions.
Right.
So Zach's going to start by
Who is the
asking.
names?
It's Donahoe,
That's right.
I think. So
Close for yes, open for no. Is there anybody here for Yes.
right, we've got a connection. So we need you to ask questions that
Yes.
there can only be
Yes.
a big yes here for you. So we can you come in behind me so that they can actually see these?
Try and come
I can't, yeah, right, okay. Right, and if you're still there, can you ask questions that a yes or no answer to? I need you to type in as quick as you can, Anne, or the connection, yeah, they're telling you to type in quick, because the connection, it takes a lot for Zach to connect, and if you don't keep the connection going, then, yeah, they're telling me yes again. If you don't keep the connection going, they will leave. Hi, Helena. Anne, are you still there, honey? I'm not sure what to ask. Anything. Absolutely anything.
A question you would only know.
Ask a question, whatever spirit you're hoping to come through, ask a question that only you would know about them.
Yes.
Yeah, they're saying, but you need to keep talking to us or else the connection will go. They're saying yes again to this. I can't do these, by the way. They don't work for me. That's why I don't do them for you. Audrey, does my dad have a message for me? If you hang on, Susie, we'll get Zach. I'll get Zach to... is the person at peace? Yeah. Yes, they're at peace. Let's find out. Is this a male? No. This is a female. No, that's a big no. And this is a female we've got with us, Anne. Is this a female that's with Anne? And this is a female that we've got with us for you. And they are at peace. Have you got any other questions? I know it's hard when you're put in the spot like that to think of things that you want to ask. So, Susie, you have a list ready for whenever it comes your turn. Is this person family? Yes, this lady's family, Anne. Sandra's wanting to know, can you do her as well after Susie? Sandra, you be the same, have a list of questions that you can get yes or no to. Yeah, it is family, Anne. It's a lady, yeah, they're saying yes. Have they been long passed over? No, they're just recently passed over, Anne. No, you're fine. He'll do Susie and he'll do you, Sandra, and then that'll do him. The 3 will do him, because 3's enough for him. No, they're not long passed over, Anne. If you ask a question that only you know the answer to, then you'll know it's the person that you're thinking about. So if you asked a question, they're telling me yes. If you asked a question about whoever it is you think that you're connecting with here, that only you would know the answer to, so that you know it's them. But it has, yeah, they're saying, but it has to be a yes or no answer. I have no idea who it could be. doesn't help us here, because I can't ask them who it is. I can only, is this person on mother's side of the family? Yes, this person's on mother's side of the family, Anne. So it's somebody who recently has passed over on mother's side of the family. Yes, they're saying. Can she ask names? I've never tried asking the names. She could try. I don't know. I've never tried asking specific names.
What's your name?
You can't really. How's she going to tell you your name?
You should try and write it down.
Oh, right. Okay. Do you want to try that?
No.
Right. Does the first letter of your name begin with A?
Yes.
Right, okay. Does the second letter of your name begin with B? I don't think that's working. Is it?
It could be A, B.
Right, okay.
B. Is your name Abby?
I don't know if this is working or not, to be honest. And do you know anybody called Abby?
Yes.
And do you know anybody called Abby? They don't have to have passed over. It could be somebody here on Earth plane, but they're making the name Abby known. Lost, no Abby. So my names, that's what I say, we've not tried names before, so the connection is going to go on unless we can find. Is there anybody on your mum's side of the family who's recently passed over?
Who have disappeared?
Yeah, it could be Abigail.
Who have sort of disappeared?
They've just gone and he's lost connection with them.
Try it again, like.
No. I'm gonna have to. I'm sorry, Anne. I hate doing that because I promised you the last night that you came on that I would do a reading for you, but unless with the dowsing rods, unless you can take who it is straight away, though there are some people who are just unreadable. I hope that's not the case with you, because I don't like leaving anybody unread.
You tried to do it
But
hard way.
yeah, but it didn't. Somebody else came through for somebody else. Again, as these ones on here know, if I'm not getting something, I'm not going to feed you a lot of bullshit, because there's no point in that. That just makes a bad name for me. I'd rather just say no. We can't do the reading for you, and we'll come back to you again, because it could be that there's just not anybody at the minute is meant to come through for you. Right, Susie, are you up? Have you your questions ready?
Susie loves that.
You need to come into and this way.
Here.
No problem. Don't know of anyone on my mother's side gone lately. I'm sorry. Don't worry, Anne. I will keep going on until I really will. I say, because I've had so many painkillers and stuff tonight, I'm not going to try to force spirit to come through. As you can already see by the look of me, I've got great big black rings under my eyes. I definitely don't feel comfortable just giving you a lot of information out, and if it's not right, you can't take it. Because I say, there's no point in me feeding you a pile of bullshit. just to make it sound good. I would rather.
Moving, we haven't even known yet.
Right, Susie, start with your questions there, darling.
Cross for yes. Open for no. Is there anybody here for Susie? Yes.
Yeah, Susie's got somebody for you. Yeah, the pain on my right hand side is quite strong, so it is.
Clean shaft.
Is it a male?
Mm-hmm.
It's male, Susie. You can't ask both. It has to be one or the other. It's a male.
Big yes.
Big yes for the male.
Some man for young man.
Yeah. Keep it going, Susie, as quick as you can type, honey. I feel really bad, honey. Is it Susie's dad?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Susie, it's your dad.
Yeah.
I feel really, really bad. Is he happy now that he's with Mum?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, he's saying, Susie. And if you PM me, private message me, Anne, and what I'll do is I'll do a private reading for you. I'll do a face-to-face private reading with you on Messenger, because I feel really bad because that's twice I've let you down now. So, and if you PM me without any charge, I'll do face-to-face private reading when I get rid of this pain. I'll arrange a time for you and we'll do a private reading. Right, Susie. Yeah, he's happy with your mum. What's next?
Yeah, he's saying yes.
Yeah, he's really happy your mum's there. Is he happy with his team? Yes, he's saying. I have no idea what team you're talking about, but he's saying he's happy with it, so.
Was it Yanni football team that was playing?
I don't know, but he's happy with it, so. I hope that makes sense to you, Susie, because I don't know what team you're talking about, so.
The young loves dance.
Spurs, man. Is Spurs doing well at the minute? I have no idea. Is Spurs doing well?
Enjoy.
Is Spurs doing well?
I think they're in the final or something.
Spurs do well.
He's saying no.
No yes, man, no yes.
Is Spurs not doing as well as you would like them to?
Yes. They're not doing as well.
He's saying they're not doing as well as he would like them to do. Does that make sense, Susie? I don't follow average. I don't follow. He's saying it's making sense. I don't follow football, so he's saying they're not doing as well as they could be doing. You need to move in this way again. They never do. Right, keep going with your questions because he's got quite a strong connection here, so he has. Yep, he's still here, Susie, if you want to ask him anything else. You need to keep the connection going or he will disappear. Yes, he's saying. Does he like the way we have the grave? Do you like the grave? Yes. That's a big yes. He's swinging back and forward there. So whatever you've done recently to the grave, he's very appreciative for. Are you keeping going, Susie, or is that you done, pet?
Leon loves to dance.
Is he surprised that we are still arguing? Are you surprised that they're still arguing? A big no. No, he's not surprised. He's not surprised. I think, sorry, it would be better if you messaged me then. Well, I will, Han. I will totally, that's a promise. I will message you and I will book you in for a private reading, because I feel really bad that that's twice now.
Or he must be.
That's twice now, and I feel... Okay. Is it okay if we let Susie's dad go? Is Susie's dad okay to go? Yes. Okay. Is that him away?
Yeah.
That's him away, Susie. We'll just do Sandra and then that'll be it. Sandra, I hope you've got your questions ready, honey. Can I ask, what does the left hand do when you have 5 minutes? Can I ask, what do you mean, what does the left hand do? I don't understand that, Georgina.
What does my left hand do?
He's fine, Sandra. He's going to do you, and then that'll be it. So, have you got some questions for him? Because he has to go and get showered and beautify himself for his. There's two of. Give me that. A minute or two. There's two of them. Oh, I know. There's 2 rods, and you have one on each hand, but you hold them in a way that you can't move your hands at all, and they'll... Is it a lady? Oh, sorry. They're actually both moving. It's just because the way he's standing, you can't see them properly.
Cross for yes. Open for no.
Is it a lady here? Is it a lady here for Sandra? Yes, Sandra. There's a lady here. This is how Zach connects with him. I can't do this. This doesn't work for me.
I can bring anybody through.
Oh, you're okay, Georgina. Zach can literally bring nearly anybody through with him. Are they passed away long? Yes, this person's been passed for a week. Now, whenever you talk about long for them can be a couple of years, if you know what I mean. It doesn't have to be a short time. For them would be like days or weeks, if you understand what I mean. $12 Have you been passed away for 12 years? Yes. She has. I totally know who this person is. Is this Sandra's mommy? Sandra, is this your mommy we're talking about? She's swinging back and forward here saying yes. Is this your mommy, Sandra? Because she's going yes, yes, yes. I could hear mom. Yeah, I could hear mommy just in my ear. And she's touching me and I don't like it. So I'm asking her to stop. Did she go to Spain with Scott? Yes, she's saying she went to Spain with Scott. Can you clarify if that's true? Because obviously we don't know if she did or not. But she's saying she did. And she's touching me and I don't like it. I think your mum touched me the last time as well, if I'm not mistaken.
What sort of touching is it?
It's just like a poking me.
How powerful.
Yes, she did. Okay. Have you any more questions? She's just said in my ear, Sandra, she's just saying, don't be silly. She knew it was going to be me. It would come through. There was nothing to forgive, is what she's just told me, but I'll ask that there. Do you forgive me for having Josh when you were dying in the hospital? Yes. She's telling me there's nothing to forgive. Don't be silly. Can you ask her to stop touching me, please?
Hey?
No, I'm talking to my...
Touch away, you can touch me if you want.
Yeah, touch Zach. Don't touch me, please. I don't like it.
As long as you don't touch me after we leave that room, we're alright.
Yeah, she's laughing with that. She's saying, yeah.
Not to worry.
Thanks. She's saying, thanks, Zach. Sandra, can we let Zach go? Can you let Zach go? Yeah, that's her away from Zach. She's not away from me though, because I can still feel her. She's telling me on that last question, Sandra. There's nothing to forgive. Don't even let that thought enter your head, because there's nothing to forgive. She says yous were each other's rock whenever she was alive. You know, yous were...
That light just flicker.
I don't know. Yous were like stuck to each other when she was alive. She says don't ever think that she holds no grudges. You know, she has nothing but love in her heart for you. She comes through with nothing but love, and if she touches me again, I'm gonna you're touching me now, go away. She has nothing but love in her heart for you, and she loves the boys as well, and she watches over the boys. Melissa's saying hi, Zach.
Good night.
He's saying good night. Can you ask a spirit to take Zach's hat off and see if it happens? He would pure shit himself if it happened.
There it's took off.
So he would.
I would. I don't like that sort of thing. It's alright talking to him now and again, like, but
Zach will do it now and again. He has to be in the notion for it, so he does. Yeah, he's going to go and put himself into the shower and then get into bed, because he has to be
a long day, what?
up early. He's going for a sleepover in Belfast, or going shout in a minute if it keeps being touched. I absolutely hate it when they touch me.
Somebody's walking over the grave or something.
Yeah, you feel it going through you nearly. So
yes,
that's exactly what it's like when they touch you.
Well, then I must be getting touched again.
Yeah, he bought that cap at the last show we went to.
Wait and see me in the next live. I'll come on with a cowboy hat and all.
Cowboy hat. I feel the love I lose my cat. Can you feel her? She was a wee girl.
A cat.
I don't normally feel animals now, to be honest. I'll be telling you lies if I feel animals coming through. I really would. I do believe that animals go to spirit world as well. I totally do believe that. But I've never, a very odd time, spirit would bring one through just to clarify that there's an animal with them, or that there's an animal here on our side, but I've never actually brought yeah, Zach's accent is really, really strong. I don't know where, I honestly don't know why, because the rest of us don't have the strong accent that Zach has. He's coming back for nosy. Will you go and get a shower? Georgina, go and shower yourself and get sorted
Thanks, Georgina.
Get sorted for tomorrow. Sandra says thanks.
Tell her I said no bother.
He says nay bother. So he does.
Keep relaxing the cat.
Orbs. Possibly is orbs. What time is it? I think it's nearly time. It's nearly painkiller time again, so I'm not going to stay on for much longer. Unless anybody's got anything they want to ask, or... Do you not see them, Georgina? They're just, they're up round here. So they are. And if you look here, just where my, no, I'm pointing in the wrong height. There. If you look just here, you'll see my spirit guide. Here. I'm right on top of him here. My spirit guide hangs out here. Do you not see him? Who else? Usually, William, you can usually see him. Can you see him tonight, William? Or Maureen, you usually can see him as well. He's definitely there because I can see him. Yes, he's here. So he is. He's always here. Well, he wasn't. He wasn't here. Yeah, Bernie can see him too. Yeah. I was going to say he's always here, but last Friday night he wasn't. Is it a person? Yes, it is a person. Yes, you can see his face right here. Yeah, he's sitting staring at you all. So he is. That's how I connect to spirit. He brings in the connection for me. So he does. And if he's not there, then I'm in trouble, like last Friday night, because last Friday night I have to laugh at it now. It's my son's birthday on Friday. Is he at peace? See, I can see him straight away because I know he's there. I don't know for anybody looking. Yeah, I can see his face clear, you see, so I don't know. On Harborne. Yeah, I'll turn it. Does that help? Yeah, I can see him totally. Does that help there, William? If I can only point here. Just here. His eyes, his nose, his hair is here somewhere. He's my birth father, Bernie. So he is. I didn't know him through his earth journey here. So he's making up for it now that he's spirit side. See, I see him clear. I can see him like, can you step forward a bit closer? Because everybody's interested in seeing you, but I can see him, I see him like I'm seeing people, but I don't know how you feel sad. I know you're putting in comments and asking things, and I'm really sorry tonight that I can't answer any more questions for you, or, you know, but as I said, I've been in a lot of pain today, and I've taken quite a lot of medication, and I'm about to go off here now and take quite a load of more. He's moved closer. Has he? Yeah. I'm looking. He's about all the time. He follows me around, like whenever we go to bed, he'll be Samuel doesn't want to hear that, he'll be in the bedroom. he turns my TV on and off sometimes, doesn't he?
Yeah. My
TV in my bedroom. Could I have a blockage stopping me? Yes, it's possible that you can. There are some people. Yeah, we would have been. We are, yeah. But my TV could be literally off and nothing attached, and the next thing the screen will come on, and you get up and you turn it off again, and it'll come back on again. He does that constantly. Puts my TV on and off, just because he can. It doesn't bother me now because I know it's him, but my daughter and her boyfriend were staying over with Zach. Where was I? Oh, I was over with Hales for a few days, and my daughter and her boyfriend were here, and it happened while they were in the bedroom, and he near shit himself. He wanted to go home. He didn't want to stay. Morgan told him just to lie down and go to sleep, not worry about it. She unplugged it, but yeah, he literally puts the TV on and off in the bedroom. So he does. It doesn't bother me anymore. I just turn it off and ignore it. Because if you start to say, what's doing that, or who's that, or he thinks it's funny and he'll just keep doing it even more. Right, I'm off now. All right. Okay. Night. Yeah, I need to go and get my tablet sorted now as well. I'm hoping that tonight I'll get a decent-ish night's sleep, and that tomorrow, yeah, and I will PM you. I totally will. I have it wrote down. I'm going to book you in for private reading. I'll just warn you though that when I do a private reading, as you can see tonight, like I like to talk, so a private reading can last for a wee while. So make sure when I'm booking you in that it's time that you've got to spare. Yeah, hopefully tomorrow it's not as bad, Sandra. The last time it was like this here, me and Samuel ended up sitting in A&E for how many hours? About 6 hours. Just so that they could give me IV pain relief. But it was my own fault this time because I forgot to order my tablets, and then the chemist mixed them up, and then the doctors didn't send them through, and it was a whole hoo-ha. And I've had to do without tablets for a night, and that just puts me all through myself. And I had to take Morgan to the hospital appointment today, and she was wanting to go into town, and by the time she came out for her appointment, I was in agony. I was nearly going round to casualty myself. And it just was getting worse throughout the day, but had eased off a wee bit there now, but it's I can feel it starting to get sore again. So if everybody's happy enough for me to say goodnight, I think that's what we'll do. It was great to be on and talking. Yeah, I've got a lot on my mind at the minute too. You all know about Morgan anyway. Her wee baby today had put on £8. It has gone up to £5.8. So they're happy enough to leave her for another 2 weeks and then give her a date to come in and start her. So I'll have another grandson hopefully within the next 2 or 3 weeks, which I can't wait for. But there's been so much going on in the family at the minute. It's just been one thing after another. So it has. So I'm kind of worn down, or I feel kind of worn down, and I have this assignment to put in as well, and it is, to be quite honest, the last thing that I want to do. It really is, but it's been 7 years. Right, Emma, get your antibiotics in you, get to sleep, and yeah, I will talk to you all. I usually am talking to most of you at some point anyway during the day, because I have a really faithful wee group that keep in contact with me nearly every day, and I really do appreciate that so much. You know, you don't know how much that means to me, that you care enough to check in with me and see what's going on. So I will say good night, and I will talk to you all again soon. Night night.